Good evening, industry colleagues. I welcome you all for today's webinar hosted by Food and Drink Processing Expo. Thank you for joining us for the today's session on FSSAI new law for reusing of cooking oil. Before proceeding, I would like to address all attendees. Kindly mute yourself throughout the session. We have our Q&A at the end. You may post your queries in the chat box. A overview about the ex-speaker. Mr. Mitesh Gandhi, working as an oil consultant for top brands across India and worked closely with more than 7,000 factories in last 21 years, associated with more than 28 methyl and namkeen associations all over India. Industry calls him as a oil doctor. Let's welcome Mr. Mitesh Gandhi, frying process and TPC expert, to take over the session. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, everyone. And now, basically, we will talk today about frying and the repurpose use of used cooking oil for refrying. In 2018, there was a law framed by FSSAI for this purpose. Let me first explain you the basics of frying. Then I will talk elaborately on these things. Now, suppose this is the product I have to fry. Now, frying is basically I have to remove the moisture content of that product, heat that product. So whenever we put the product to fry in the hot oil, the moisture from the product evaporates, oil penetrates into it. The heat which is given to the product will give it a good color, will it give it a good texture, it will give it good crispiness and finishing. Now basically this is frying. Now I will explain you the oil breakdown process which is happening. I'll explain you now. Basically we are into frying. So your new oil is refined as well as filtered. As you go on frying, there are two types of impurities formed in the oil. First is a visible impurities and the other is invisible impurities. Now how these invisible impurities are formed during the oil degradation process, or we can call it as an oil breakdown process, oil molecular structure breaking down process. Now I explain you how this happens. See, oxygen from the air, water from the product and hot oil, these three react together and this reaction is called as hydrolysis. Now this hydrolysis fatty acids into the oil. These fatty acids again reacts with the metal cations. Metal cations are in the form of salt which has iron contents, our kadai or fryer which has having iron contents. We are in certain products we use soda also. So now this all metal cations and fatty acids react together and saponification is formed in the oil, means soap is formed in the oil. Now during frying there are certain chemical reactions taking place in the oil. These reactions are fission, oxidation, polymerization, and because of that some chemicals are leached into the oil. Basically these chemicals are dimers, ketones, aldehydes and free radicals. Now all these chemicals which are leached into the oil during this chemical processes are bad. They give bad color to the oil, bad taste, bad odor, and they are unhealthy. All these whatever impurities are formed in the oil, they either go away with the smoke, they carry away with your fried product, or they are into the oil. Now in 2005 World Edible Oil Council, in 2005 World Edible Oil Council had recommended total polar content or total polar material as the final count to check the oil. Earlier we used to check FFA, PV, IV and other chemicals into the oil acid value. Now since 2005 World Edible Oil Council had recommended each and every country that henceforth we will have only single count which is called as total polar content or total polar material. Means total polar content will differentiate between oil and non-oily substances. All degraded products from the initial triglycerides in the oil are differentiated by total polar counts and total polar material. Now that now during this chemical processes, during this oil breakdown process, so many chemical reactions are taking place into the oil, hence so many chemicals are leached into the oil. So all these chemicals are amalgamated into total polar counts or total polar materials. Now according to FSSAI, what the law says in 2018, that 25 and above TPC oil has to be rejected. It should not be used for refrying. Means it is not healthy. So it has to be sent to non-edible purposes. Now I'll explain you. Whatever happens during frying means non-oily. See, the new oil is refined as well as filtered. But as you go on frying, the oil leaves two types of impurities. One is visible impurities and the other is invisible impurities, which I have just talked now. Now the visible impurities are in the two forms. Basically all the burnt particles, all the carbon particles which are present in the oil during frying. So these are the visible impurities, and all the invisible impurities are in the form of chemicals which are dimers, ketones, electrolytes, free radicals, and many more. Now what the FSSAI law states, that 25% TPC and above oil is not edible. If you are using 25% TPC above oil for frying, then you are punishable up to an extent of 25,000 rupees, and a sentence for about 3 years. And second part is that in the law, that any person who is consuming 50 liters and oil and more oil for a day, they have to maintain the total polar content chart. Means it is compulsory, mandatory for everyone to, who is consuming 50 liters and above oil daily for frying, has to maintain that chart. Third part, whatever oil above 25 TPC, earlier they had given a mandate that you have to sell it to RUCO, means reused. Uh, 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 People will collect, they will collect it and they will use it for biodiesel. Now, recently, a month ago, FSSAI has permitted even soap manufacturers who can collect the oil from these type of people who have rejected the oil after the TPC has turned 25. So the law basically states that 25 and above you cannot use the oil. Second law, 50 kgs, 50 liters per day consumption and more has to maintain the TPC chart. Third, oil discarded has to be sold only to RUCO authorized dealers or soap manufacturers who are authorized by FSSAI. So the 25 and above TPC. Now I will come to the part why oil is going bad, why oil is going black. See, oil has three major enemies. One is water, oxygen, and heat. These three are the major enemies of oil. Now, why the oil is turning black during frying? See, water, turmeric, chili, soda, other spices burn at higher temperatures, so the oil is going bad. Soap is so the oil is going black. Soap is formed in the oil naturally, as I have explained in the chart. So when soap is formed, soap's natural color is black, so the oil is turning black. Third, the continuous burning of burned food particles in the oil also makes the oil black. So three major reasons I have given to you that why the oil is turning black. Now four ways. There are four ways where you consume the oil. The first way is oil evaporation. 2 to 7% of your oil evaporates during frying, depending upon the temperature you are frying, depending upon the moisture content of your raw material, and depending upon the viscosity or the quality of your oil. Second, oil absorption. The product which absorbs the oil inside it, that is called oil absorption. That is equivalent to the moisture content of your raw material. Third, oil retention over the product, which is the most dangerous. Why? Oil retention on the product will lessen your shelf life of the savories or namkeens, whatever, or snacks what you are manufacturing. Second, retention of the oil will minimize the food consumption by your end consumer. Means if the oil, if the product is oily, then whenever we eat an oily product, the oil which is on the super surface of the product will stick to our glands, and hence what will happen, we will get a message from our brain, please stop eating, you are satisfied. So if you are going to consume 50-60 grams of namkeens or savories, then we'll stop to 10 to 15 grams and we'll be satisfied. Third, whatever superficial oil, it will retard the taste of the spices we have used. So masalas and spices have to be added excess. So this is a loss directly. And fourth, the oil which is discarded or oil which goes along with the bad particles. So four ways we consume the oil. First is oil evaporation, second is oil absorption, third is oil retention, and fourth is oil discard, if any. Now according to uh, why are the reasons why the oil was going bad. First, I had given you that water, turmeric, chili, soda, and other spices burning at higher temperature. Second, soap is formed in the oil. And third, the continuous burning of food particles. Now, when we have observed over the years that 99% your oil is going bad because of these three major reasons. So we have worked certain procedures, certain systems where we can delay the oil breakdown procedure. See, if the man turns uh, old at the age of 50, then we cannot reverse that, but we can delay it further. Means if the man is turning today, or oil is turning bad after say 15 hours of frying, then we can delay it. We cannot convert that black oil into new oil, but we can delay by certain systems working on these three principles. Now I will give my certain uh, things that what we can do. See, there is no stand. I have working from last 21 years across India, and even top brands don't have certain SOPs for frying. So I've over the years I've understood and learned from all the karigars, the chefs. Basically, I will not be that theoretical, but most practical person in this industry. And any changes in our system we do, that has to be very, very, very user friendly. So now I will give some suggestions why the what we have to do so that our oil doesn't go bad. First one, we have to choose the right oil for frying. According to me, high oleic sunflower oil, groundnut oil, and palm oil. These three are the best oils. It depends upon which suits you and which is available. So the three oils which I have suggested is groundnut oil, high oleic sunflower oil, or palm oil. These three are the most stable oil depending upon your uh, availability. So first was my recommendation, right? Second, you should always have proper temperature indicators or proper temperature controlled fryers for frying. This will help in oil. It will prevent oxidation at higher temperatures. Third, you should never fry curry leaves or chili directly into your oil, because it will uh, the TPC of the oil will go fast very drastically. So you should avoid frying curry leaves or chili during frying. Third, fourth part is cleaning of your fryers or kadais. Daily, there should be cleaning of your fryers. See, these are the basic things which we have never done or never thought of. So all these things I am talking about basics. Then later on, I am coming into the actual part where we can do certain more things. So the basics of frying is first. I'll repeat it again. Okay, you choose the right oil for frying. Second, temperature indicators or proper temperature control should be always there. Or maintaining the no means no curry leaves and no chilies to be fried directly. Fourth part is maintaining the oil turnover ratio of your fryer. Means if you are going to consume 5, 7, 8 liters of oil daily, so accordingly you have to plan. You cannot put 20 liters of oil and you cannot consume only 2 or 3 liters. So your oil will go bad. So you have to plan your oil turnover ratio first. Second, try to take as much as new oil in the morning and end of the day oil for topping up. Generally what we have seen in the industry, what they do, just they will take the yesterday's oil and then they will start frying, and whenever their day is completed, they will as the day goes on, they will add the new oil into that fryer. So this is a basic thing which we are doing wrong. From now onwards, we have to try to take maximum new oil in the starting, and then we'll have uh, better quality. uh, Fifth part is uh, adding fry sole powder. Just a minute. Now, basically, during starting, when I had started this meeting, I told that there are two types of impurities formed in the oil. Your new oil is refined as well as filtered, but as you go on frying, your oil doesn't stay refined nor does it stay filtered. So we have from last 21 years, earlier we used to import this product, and now from last 6 years we are selling this product across India. This frysol powder is basically an antioxidant during frying. Now many people will tell me, sir, we are already using antioxidants, why should we use this frysol powder? Sir, antioxidants whatever are available in the market, they are up to, from your storage till heating, means when your oil is in storage till you are heating up to 170 degrees, your antioxidant is working. But after, the oily frysol powder will give an antioxidant effect as well as an oil stabilizer effect. Now what we have found over the years is that your oxidation of oil is 5 to 7% only during storage, and it is 93 to 95% during your frying. So during frying, your oil has to be more stable. Okay, you are using antioxidant, that's fine, not a problem, but main problem of your oxidation is during frying, not during storage. So I will recommend that those who are using antioxidants, they can use it, but they can use frysol powder as an antioxidant as well as oil stabilizer during frying. And basically this product is FSSAI approved as a processing aid. He is our founder, Mr. Bharat Shah, late Shri Bharat Shah. Using frysol, the smoking will be less. So I was talking about 2 to 7% of your oil goes in the smoke. So this frysol will prevent that. Less retention of oil, means superficial oil in your product will be less. The oil will be thin. So the product, this frysol will absorb the soap in the oil during frying. Hence your oil will be high viscous. So it will be thin. If the oil is thin, you will fry at lower temperatures. So it will be beneficial. Your fuel consumption will be also less. It's very simple to use, very user friendly. Just heat the oil, add the powder as per the dose suggested. Stir the oil for a minute and then start frying. Every 3 hours we have to add this dose, and at the end of the day, if the oil is thin, when you take it from the fryer or your batch fryer, the product will carry less oil. After the end of the day, when the oil is cooling down, you just filter the oil through these filters. I will come on filtration also. This was for big. Now this is a video for small fryers, restaurants and everywhere. Add the powder in the hot oil. So all basically this powder will remove the soap, saponification from the oil, and hence the oil will get less bad. Oil will become thin. So this frysol powder is basically an antioxidant as well as an oil stabilizer during frying, where the oil has the worst thing to face, because all three things are there: moisture from the product, oxygen from the air, and heat from the fryers. So all the three things which are the worst for the oil is during frying. So at that time, this product will help the oil to control the oil quality. If the oil quality is controlled, then automatically your product quality will be controlled. Now I'll come to the next part, which is a very integral part of frying, which is called as filtration. See, madam, we'll play that video also. You have to filter. See, everyone who is driving a car has an inbuilt so these are magic filters. So all the invisible impurities, some invisible impurities will be removed by threshold, and 99% of your impurities will visible impurities will be removed by this magic filter. So 2 or 3 times a day you can filter the oil. It will be beneficial, or at least at the end of the day you should filter the oil. See, every car, if it is a 2 lakh rupee car, 20 lakh rupee car, or 2 crore rupee car, they are all having attached oil filters to their engine oils. So why no one has the guts to even travel 5 kilometers with by removing that oil filter? Same way, we have a very bad habit of accepting this burnt particles in our old oil. From today, we have to take an oath that we will not tolerate any burnt particles in our old oil. These all carbon particles are cancerous. If these carbon particles are attached with our food and they go into our system, our stomach or intestines, and if anywhere these carbon particles are present, they will cause cancer. So I request anyone, see, filtration is an integral part of frying. All oil should be filtered minimum at the end of the day. Why? Because all the burnt particles have a temperature of 250 300 degrees, while our oil is 150 170 degree or 180 degree. So all these bad particles, burnt particles, stay in the oil overnight. They give bad color, bad odor, bad taste to the oil, and even they they smoke. Even some part of the oil is evaporated because of these particles. So I request that all these things which I have given, then one more thing, one machine is there which is called as Atago India's DOM 24. This is the best machine for testing TPC across India. I have been promoting this. See, I don't take anything from this, but this is a Japanese company, reliable engineering. This, secondly, the persons who are distributing this product in India are very good persons, very reliable persons, and they help you out in any situations. So I recommend to use this DOM 24 for, and it is basically a better product than any other products available in India. I'll come to that later on. So I will come to my points again. Okay, use right oil for frying. Second, temperature control should be there, or at least your you should have some type of temperature indicators. Third, no curry leaves, no chilies should be fried directly. Oil turnover ratio you have to maintain, means minimize the oil where whatever required, just add more oil when at the peak time. Third, fourth is cleaning of your kadais and fryers daily, which is a very important aspect. People somewhere, so many people now, they leave their oil in the kadai or the fryer overnight, and then they go, then next morning they will come, they'll clean the kadai or the fryer, which is overnight. All the dust and contaminated things will stay in the oil, and overnight it will decay oil. So I just request that any fryers or anything overnight, they have to be cleaned. Very simple play procedure to clean, or remove all the dirt, remove all the oil from the fryer, filter it, then add clean it with a clean normal cloth, and then add water to the fryer or the kadai. The water will go hot, and immediately it will remove all the carbon and whatever soap is there in the kadai, and it will your kadai will be clean for the next day. So don't wait for the next day morning, do it the same day. So these are the things. Then filtration, then adding fry sole, removing all the physical and invisible impurities both. So secondly, and later on, see, basically your staff now will retard all these things. Why should we do this? I'll tell you one these simple things I've learned over the years. Your karigar, your chef, your fryer, who is your labor, You make him understand that these things he will do now, this is beneficial for him. It will save time, it will save, he will have less smoke, less heat to operate. So it is very user less, the oil is thin, so it will have less, he will consume less energy to rotate the oil. So basically these things you make your staff understand. Then only last on 7th April I had given a 2 hours lecture in Haldirams, Delhi. Basically they were also facing the same problem, that they were using this product from so many years, but it wasn't going through continuously. So I had a talk with the owner and a request, he also told me that please take a session with all our restaurant managers and our staff. So all most of the staffs were present. I took a 2 level lecture and I made the staff, working staff, kitchen staff, understand that during frying when you do this type of things, it will be beneficial for you, that yourself and the end consumer. So they understood it and they took it positively. So whenever anything you take in your organization, it has to be user friendly, and you have to make your staff understand the importance of that and the benefits of using that to themselves. So I will conclude this. Get again just a 3 minute summary. Then I will take some questions regarding all this. Basically, why oil is going bad? There are two types of impurities formed in the oil. One is visible impurities, one is invisible impurities. During oil breakdown process, there are so many chemical reactions taking place, which are called as fission, oxidation, polymerization. Now these chemical reactions leach so many chemicals into the oil, which are dimers, ketones, aldehydes, free radicals. Now all these products, which are all degraded products, which are initially differentiated between the triglycerides in the oil, hence that fundamental is called as TPC. As per the law of FSSAI in 2018, they had passed a law that 25 above TPC oil should not be used for any edible purposes. Second part, any person who is consuming, any organization who is consuming 50 liters of oil per day for frying, they have to maintain the TPC chart, and whatever oil which is about 20C they discard. They have to sell it only to RUCO or soap manufacturers who are registered. Third part, I will come. Why the oil is turning black and why it is going bad? Because water, oxygen, and heat. These three are the biggest enemies of oil. Now, water, turmeric, chili, soda, other spices burning at higher temperatures, because so the oil is going black. Soap is formed during frying, so the oil is turning black, and the continuous burning of burnt food particles, hence the oil is turning black. Now, on these three fundamentals, how these products work, I will take a call for 2 minutes. The third part was the continuous burning out food burnt particles causes the oil to go turning black. So filtration is a very good thing, where every 3 hours, 4 hours, whenever it is possible, or at least at the end of the day, you have to filter the oil. So the third part, what I was talking about, why the oil is turning black, is covered by this filtered. Second, I told that soap is formed during frying. Hence, this frysol powder takes on the smoke soap, it absorbs the soap, hence the oil is not going black. First point I was talking about, water, turmeric, chili, soda, other spices burning at higher temperatures. Now this frysol powder will turn the oil thin. It will refine your oil. Hence your products will fry at lower temperature. Hence they will not burn at higher temperature. So now if the oil is turning black, uh, uh, say 100%, from tomorrow, or by using these products and these systems, your oil will turn 60% or 70% black. So hence your oil life will be extended, product quality will be extended, your fuel will also be saved. So because the oil is thin, it will consume less fuel. Now I have concluded my speech. Now we'll go on to the questions.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And we'll move on to the question. I would request Mr. Kumar.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, topping of oil is allowed in by FSSAI. If TPC
Yes.
is about 25.
Earlier in 2018, they had clarified that 25 and above TPC oil should not be used for topping. But 1 month ago, they have clarified that 25 above TPC oil, it can be topped up. So they have clarified that 25 above TPC oil can be used for topping. Not an issue with them now. But during frying, your oil TPC should not cross 25.
We have another question from Mr. Sunil Kumar.
My question is that I consume someday 50 liters, but not
Yes.
daily. So I have
Yes.
to maintain the TPC report or not?
Actually, what FSSAI law says that 50 liters and above oil consumption should be a TPC chart should be maintained daily. If you are not consuming it daily, at least once in a week, you take a TPC chart so that whenever an FSSAI officer comes, so it will be easy for you to and them also. It will be a transparent thing. See why FSSAI has done this thing, because for the end consumer, their intention is clear that bad oil should not go to the end consumer. So if you maintain the chart at least weekly, once a day, when an officer comes, you can show him that, sir, we are maintaining this chart, but some days we are not consuming more, so we are maintaining it weekly. So he will be happy. See, main intention of FSI is that bad oil should not go.
Have another question from Daniel Raj.
Sir, I wish to know that there is any relationship between TPC and rancidity of the oil.
Yes, partly yes, partly no. I will correlate rancidity of oil to PV, peroxide value, more than TPC. TPC has it carries even good parts of your oil as well as bad part of your oil. See, during chemical reactions, chain reactions, some good chemicals are also leached into the oil. So TPC will correlate everything. So unless and see, this is a question asked by top brands across India. They, wherever I go, QC people, they ask, sir, what should we check in the oil, or what means TPC, PV, FFA. See, FFA is only 10% relevant. TPC is 40% relevant, and peroxide value is 50% relevant. And you can correlate that to your end product. Means organoleptic properties of your product. If it is good, then not a problem. But organoleptic properties means your finishing, color, texture, taste, crispiness, and moisture content. All six parameters of the product, our end product, are good. Then oil is not a problem. You can continue if the but 25 TPC above that, you can top up new oil and bring your TPC down. But 10% FFA, sir, FFA standards have gone away. Now don't follow FFA. FFA is not reliable. So I'll tell 10% FFA, 40% TPC, and 50% peroxide value. These three, and you check with the organoleptic properties of your product. If you are happy with the product quality, then you can continue, not an issue.
I would request Mr. Siddharth K.
Yeah, thank you. Sir, how do we monitor the TPC value? I joined the session a bit late, so I'm sorry if I'm asking this question.
Yes. So TPC, a very nice question. There were so many people across India who were checking TPC directly into the oil, into the fryer, or directly into the kadai. I will recommend that if any FSSAI officer, or whenever you have to check, you do not check the TPC directly into the fryer or directly into the kadai. You remove the oil from the fryer, take into a small clean glass or a beaker, then wait for 2 minutes for the dirt or dust to settle down, and then you check the TPC. Best temperature to check the TPC is between 100 and 120. So when you remove the oil from your fryer, something, it will be 160, 170. You will let it cool down for 2 minutes. All the dirt, see, if you check the TPC in the fryer or kadai directly, it will always vary, because oxidation is going on, bubbles are coming up, the dirt particles which are floating into the oil. Hence, never check the TPC in your kadai directly. Check it outside the fryers or there, right? And if any FSSAI officer comes to your place, please request them that please don't take it directly into the kadai. Take it in some beaker or some clean glass, and then give him, or tell him to take the sample, wait for 2 minutes, and then check it.
Thank you, Mr. Siddharth. I would request Mr. Jesu.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Sir, I have got two questions, sir. One is, sir, when you are recommending some good oils, you were saying that high oleic sunflower oil. Can you just throw some light on that high oleic and how to identify in a packet or in a tin? That's one question. And then second,
they will specifically see. They will specifically mention it that this is high oleic specific oil, means high oleic sunflower oil. See, groundnut oil is the most stable oil for frying, and it blends with blends with maida and besan very nicely. So if you are into hot snacks, means like mendu vada, samosa, kachori, or everything, you should use groundnut oil, because it is having bad cholesterol. See, there is bad cholesterol as well as good cholesterol. Groundnut oil is having good cholesterol more, so and it burns out quickly. So hence I will recommend for frying in restaurants or for Indian hot snacks where shelf life is not important, you should use groundnut oil. Second, if you are not having groundnut oil availability, you can use this high oleic sunflower oil. See, you ask your person from that industry who is supplying you oil that I want this. If that is available, then use that. Otherwise, don't use sunflower oil. Groundnut oil is the best. Second stable oil is palm oil. So and second, there is coconut oil. See, regional oils are the best, I will say. People say that coconut oil is this. No, I will say all oils means, see, regional oils are good for health. One more thing, don't overheat your oil anytime during frying. See, I will tell you, normally the smoke point of new oils is around 205, 210. The oil catches fire after 260, 270 degrees, 280 degrees. So I will suggest whatever regional oils you are getting, what taste people like, you just use the best quality of oil in that purpose, and then try to use these things whatever I have suggested. So your oil will be more, see, the quality of your oil diminishes, hence your product quality diminishes. Now if the quality of your oil is maintained, then your product quality will never be diminished. So I will recommend that groundnut oil is best, then high oleic sunflower oil is best, and palm oil is best. But whatever regional taste or whatever regional they require, you please use that. But you try to use the best quality and use refined oil only for frying.
Thank you, Mr. Debu. I would request Ms. Gauri Iyer to raise a question.
Sir, I wanted to know what is the approved method for finding out the TPC, and is there any
approved method is AOCA method, American method, which is AOCA. You can go through the net, which is 100% approved, but it is not possible for everyone. See, generally someone has a BP problem, he will have a machine in the house that what BP is. So these machines are this Atago, this type of machines. Now they will give you a general, but accurate you will get in AOCA method. This and AOCA method, 1% variation will be always there, 1 or 2%, but not more. So these machines will show you tentatively, but accurate method is AOCA method, which is approved across the world. But we cannot do it individually everywhere. So this will show tentative TPC, and that will show accurate TPC.
I would request Mr. Vishwanath Pandey to raise this question.
Hi, sir. Good evening. It was a very informative session. I have two questions for you. One is, do you have any automated machine through which the filtration process can happen? Point number one.
Yes.
And point number two, is this also advisable? This powder is advisable for ghee, if they're using ghee for frying?
First part, I will say auto filtration is available in the market, but it is very, very costly. Now, the difference between auto filtration and my magic filters, I will tell you that is better. See, these are the magic filters we are selling from last 20 years. These magic filters remove 25 microns and above burnt particles from your oil. Now, all the carbon particles which are present in your filtration, in your frying oil, are above 40 microns. So, all the carbon particles will be 100% removed by this magic filters. Now, auto filtration, what they will do, they will filter oil for 5 to 10 microns of size. Now, in 5 to 10 microns, barik maida or barik besan will be there, nothing more, which is not that destructive for your oil. So I recommend that all the carbon particles should be removed from your oil every day, directly after finishing, or indirectly during the frying also you can do it. Now the difference between the pricing difference, that automated machines come to 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs. Now at today's juncture we cannot spend that much. So best and easiest way, and I told you user friendly way. Now you take a automated filtration machine, it will work on they will have recurring cost, electricity cost, maintenance cost. They will consume you will have to change the filter papers regularly. And what is the difference? They will do 99.9% filtration, and my filter will do 99.85 filtration. So for just 0.5 or 0.10% filtration, if you want to spend 4-5 lakhs, then it's up to you, sir. But those are not user friendly. It goes jam. I have seen workers who would keep the machine apart and they don't use it. But this is the most easiest way, and this comes from just the interest cost of your whole machine, sir. So I will recommend this. After 20, these filters are engineering marvels, sir. It will sustain a temperature of around 160-165 degree temperature, and it will remove 99.85% impurities from your oil. So I'll recommend this. What if you want to buy? It's if you're having more money to spend, sir. So it is up to you, sir. And second question, you had asked for ghee during frying. I'll tell you, yes. This product of Rysol will work on ghee also, but you have to use it as a filtration aid only during fry. Means when your work is over, you add this Rysol powder, stir for a minute. The Rysol powder will absorb the impurities from the ghee, and then when you will filter, the visible impurities and the Rysol powder both will come out from the oil. So your ghee will be far better as compared to the earlier.
We have another question from Mr. Venugopal.
You're talking about this magic filter. I just want to understand what will be the lifespan of the magic filter. How many filtrations it can take up, and where do we get it, and what will be the cost of it?
We are having 4 different sizes of filtration, from 2 to 5 liters of oil, 5 to 15 liters, 15 to 40 liters, and 40 liters and above. So we have all different sizes of filters. Second, this magic filter has a life of around 1 year. It is very, very user friendly. All different shapes and sizes, all different prices. We can disclose it later on, not an issue. Now these magic filters are very user friendly. Whenever you have done the filtration, you just wash this filter with a clean hot oil. After 10-15 days, if you think that this cloth is a bit sticky and it has having more particles, you just remove the buttons. You put this product in the water, heat the water with some soap for 5 to 10 minutes. The cloth will be cleaned and it will be ready for filtration. The span life of this filter, some people have been using it for 2 years. How best you can use it, and it is a very user friendly product, sir. Very, very user friendly. You have to just filter the oil from your kadai, clean the kadai, and then whatever kadai I told you to add water, in that water which has turned on, just clean this filter. So your life of the filters is around 1 year or 1.5 years. How better you use it, sir. Yes, you will get the numbers from where you will get it. The second, this is a monovalent filament, and it has been given a heat treatment. So it will take a temperature of around 160 degrees. So no problem for oils up to 160 degrees.
Thank you, Mr. Venugopal. We have another question from Ms. Geeta Shankar from Adyar Anandabhadan, Chennai. What is the right way to control TPM of oil in restaurant operation in order to manage usage? And second question will be, is there can be any suggestions to manage TPM during manufacturing operations on large fires?
Okay, now I'll give 1 minute statement. There are 4 types of industrial frying happening in our system. One is veg, non-veg restaurants or burger joints. Second is Indian traditional snacks like mendu vada, samosa, kachori, or any other onion pakoras or anything. Third is small namkeen or savory people. And fourth is a big plant where factory is done. Now, first for restaurant and hot Indian snack section, I have given all the general details which we have discussed earlier. For namkeen and for big fryers, we have to understand what products they fry, what temperatures they fry, what are the different type of fryers, what is the oil capacity. So according to that, we can write cleaning or write caustic boiler procedure. So according to their personalized products, frying systems, we have to understand what they do, and then we will recommend what are the things we can do. See, individually there are more than 750 products in India which we are frying across India. Different products, different names across India. So every different product has a different spices, different moisture content, different temperatures of frying, and they have a different implications on frying. Means how the oil goes bad. In some products the oil goes bad very fast, in some products the oil absorption is very good. So individually, product wise, big fryers, we have to see what they do, we have to understand what they are doing. Then we will consult them, okay, what to do and what not to do, and we will give them individually. Now, controlling the TPC in the restaurant, first thing I'll say, we cannot revert the TPC. If your oil TPC is 25 24, if we do anything, nothing will change from 22 to 23 or 22. It will never come back. But we can apply these systems, what I have told earlier. If we apply these systems now, so if your restaurant TPC oil goes 25 in say 2 days, then by using these systems, it will be usable for 4 days, 5 days, 6 days. And then after say 5 or 6 days, according to the FSSAI compliance, after 25 TPC, you have to discard. So today, if you are discarding the oil in 2 days, then by applying the systems, your oil will be reused effectively for 4 or 5 days under the FSSAI compliance. So yes, we can do it, but we cannot revert the TPC back. Never. If the oil molecular structure is broken, never it will come back again. But we can delay that oil breakdown process by using these systems and using this method.
Question from Mr. Anil Desai. What are the points of good quality frying oils, and what are the temperature at which oil catches the fire?
I've given the answer that best oils, smoke point of the best frying oils is around 205 to 210 degrees, and oil catches fire about 280 to 290 degrees. Yes, both answered.
Why and how oil become black?
Okay, I've given all the 3 reasons why the oil goes black. Water, turmeric, chili, soda, other spices burning at higher temperature, soap is formed in the oil, and the continuous burning of burnt food particles into the oil, hence the oil turns black.
Okay. We have another question from again Daniel Raj.
Sir, I want to know that there is any frying technique difference between basin product and rice product?
Yes. See, basin product, rice product, wheat-based product, maize-based product, basically, and soya-based product. These are the 4, 5, or 6 basics sabudana we have. So these are the basic. See, basically, I will tell the oil turns more bad in maize, means makai, in gehu, wheat-based products, maida-based products. The oil turns less black in rice, and the most important is not which based it is, but how many spices, what temperature, and what moisture is that in the end product. So that will vary your oil condition. So I told you more than 750 products across India. I have studied why the oil goes bad, what is the basically raw material that is there inside your product, what you fry, and what temperature you fry. So all these things are basically the oil going bad. So if we get why the raw materials of your product and what temperature you are frying, then we can make your oil less bad.
Yeah, sir, I'd like to ask a question.
Yes.
How does it vary in terms of frying for, like, let's say we run Japanese restaurants, so we do tempura frying. And our Japanese tempura flour is not maida. So how would it work differently?
I'll say I have heard it first time. But whatever, see, during frying, whatever products you add, or whatever flour products you add on the raw material, and then you add to the frying, now those flour products will go to the oil directly into the oil. It will go as a residue. So I'll tell, okay, filtration is the best way to remove. How many times you remove the bad products from your oil? It is very it's very important. So whatever products we frame, like maida based products, we sprinkle maida on certain shakkar para or so many other things, so that maida will cause the oil go black very fast. So same, if your powder, whatever you are sprinkling on your, it is which based it is.
Can we have Mr. Vishwanath Pandey?
I'm again. So now the powder that you're suggesting, first, what is the composition or what is that powder that we're adding? One. Second, in the process that you tell us how much the powder has to be added. If somebody adds more of that powder by any chance, say like one cook adds the batch and then again some other cook comes in and he adds one more batch, will it spoil the oil? So these are two questions.
No. Okay, your first question is whether it will spoil. No, extra dose, it will not be a problem. It will just be a cost to you. Second, this powder contains perlite mineral, which is 100% grass product. Means it is a grass product, means generally regarded as safe product. I can consume that perlite directly also. Second, it is having perlite mineral, citric acid, and a bit of moisture. So these three things are 100% food grade. So not an issue. Acha, I will, according to you, now from your question, I will suggest one more thing. All frying operations, see in India, those who are working with bakeries or any other thing, they have standard SOPs for bakeries, but there is no SOP for frying. So I will suggest every organization, every restaurant, they should make a SOP for frying. They should have their staff training for frying. They should have some banners or danglers or instruction stickers in their kitchens where the staff is working in their local languages. So this will always help. All restaurant, all places have different products for frying, different systems for frying, different fryers for frying, so different raw materials for frying. So I will suggest that every organization should make a SOP. I'll tell you, I just suggest, see, across India, I have never seen an SOP for frying. No restaurant, they have for ice creams, for bakeries, SOPs are there, but nothing for frying. And today, oil is one of the costliest commodity, and second costliest commodity is your fuel. Now, in last 4 years, FSSAI norms have drastically changed, which have not been changed across 55 years. So now everyone is getting a pinch according to FSSAI standards, or whatever we say. Last 3 or 4 years, whatever the changes have come, you have to train your staff. Without that, nothing is going to change. And first, you have to change your mindset. Okay, I want to change, then your staff will change. So I request any owners or any management persons that you please first change your mindset, because last 3 years so many laws for food have come which were not available for last 55 years. So please first understand the law, how make it user friendly, keep your please train your staff, maintain SOPs, maintain some banners or instruction stickers in local languages in your kitchens. This will help you a lot, sir. This will help you a lot.
Other question is, will there be a difference in TPM and shelf life of oil in frying in kadai and induction deep fryer?
Yes. One more aspect of frying is that if you are getting direct heating or indirect heating. So if direct heating is like a stove or a gas burner below, and indirect heating is in the form of thermic fluids or induction. Yes, induction cooking will help your oil turn less black or less bad, because it is getting direct heating. What I have said earlier, see, water, oxygen, and heat are the three biggest enemies of of your oil. So in indirect heating, like what he has suggested, like thermic fluid or induction, your heat is less, so your oil will automatically go less black. That is automatically answered.
Okay. We have another question from Mr. Nadarajan Rajagopalan. What is the reliable method of measuring oil and temperature of oil?
Okay. Now, see, so many restaurants, old people who are working from the industry. I don't feel that everyone is going to buy this machine. This is something around 32,000 plus GST. So it will cost something around 38,000. Now, the best way I've learned from chefs and karigars, and I have checked it with the TPC machine, how to correlate whether your oil is going bad or not without this machine. If your oil, if you are not frying and your oil is hot, it is just means if you are heating the oil, if you are not frying, and if it is smoking very profusely, means there is huge smoke coming out from your oil, you should understand that your oil is bad. Second, you can rub the oil in your fingers or taste it or smell it, you will understand. Third, your product quality will be bad, it will be diminished. So this is a natural way to understand why that you have reached the TPC levels. First, I will reiterate, if your oil is smoking at temperatures at around 160 170, even without frying, your oil has gone bad, you understand. Second, you take the odor of the oil or taste it, it will be bad. Third, the product quality will be diminished, and hence you can come to a conclusion that oil is going bad naturally without the TPC machine. Yes, TPC machine will help you out, but somewhere in some restaurants where it is not possible, or still the industry is not prepared. But these norms are coming. What I said, in last 3 years, whatever norms have changed, people, you have to accept it first, and then you have to train your staff for that.
Then the other question is from Mr. Lalit Kumar Bhosle. How to fry green chili and curry leaves? As you said, not directly frying this product. Please explain how.
Shallow fry it. You shallow fry it, or you can take, see, if you are having some hot oil in your fryer, you take that hot oil in the some small shallow fry, like we shallow fry the fish. You shallow fry the curry leaves or mirchis directly. That will not see, if you fry curry leaves for just 2 minutes, it will leave your oil bad as you have used it for 4 to 5 hours. So I request, curry leaves and chilies, don't fry in the oil directly, you shallow fry it.
Okay. What is the authenticity and the product quality of Friola powder?
Friola powder is an FSSAI approved product in the processing aid. Basically, this product, I can consume it directly. Just a minute, I will show you. It's not a chemical, you can consume it directly. So this not, it's 100% FSSAI approved product. When you can consume it directly, that's not an issue. Basically, I'll tell you, oil goes bad slowly, but as the day progresses now, see, when you start frying, your oil is bad, suppose in first 3 hours, that next 2 hours it will be the same, it will go black more, and in next 1 hour it will go back. So as the day progresses now, the oil breakdown procedure now, it goes very vigorous. So before the oil goes bad, you clean it and then start it again, you clean it then start it again. So what I was telling earlier, that you can prevent your oil from going bad, but you cannot revert it. So I will suggest everyone that please go see individually. If you can call me, I'll give you all the instructions what to do in your systems, and or we have agents in distributors in Chennai and other parts of South India also. So I will suggest, okay, individually, if you can call me, or I will give you each and every explanation what to do in your organization, then that will be more helpful, because I cannot give a general thing to everyone. Every different person has different raw materials, different frying temperatures, frying systems. So according to that, I have to give them the best thing. They will use this product, Frysol and filters, they will get benefits. But more specifically, if you come to me, I will give you more better and best result. And above that, from 1st to 3rd July, I'll be available in Coimbatore as well during that food expo. So during that time also you can interact, and in the meanwhile, whenever you can call me or just contact me, I will give you the best thing which is available. According to my 21 years of experience, I will give you the best thing what I can do for you.
We have another question from Lashika.
Yes.
Does caramelization and Maillard reaction during the frying enhances the degradation of oil?
Yes, 100%. Caramelization is nothing but oxidation. Because of soap and so many other things, the oil gets caramelized. So that is the reason why oil is going bad. So that is, I have been giving the specific reason why the oil was going bad, because burning of spices, water, soda at higher temperatures, the oil goes bad. Soap is formed, the oil goes bad. The continuous burning of burnt food particles goes bad. So oil does go. So on these three principles, if you work, and cleaning of your fryers, cleaning of your kadais, maintaining the turnover ratio, use as much as new oil in the starting, and use use the yesterday's filtered oil for topping. So these are the things you use. It will come to it will be in your SOP. Then hence your oil will go less bad.
So what is the antioxidant level and stabilizer level permitted to add in frying oil, and FSSAI permitted levels?
2 to 3 grams per liter. Antioxidant, which antioxidant?
No, he's asking about what is the antioxidant level and the stabilizer level permitted.
Which antioxidant, to be more
specific, it is not.
Then I'll understand.
Okay.
Okay. Because there are so many antioxidants. I explained you earlier also. There are two types of, means antioxidant is like a home security. Means the oil comes from your refinery, and up till you heat the oil, antioxidants, there are so many antioxidant, liquid antioxidants available in the market. But that is only 5% of your security. 95% of your oil oxidation happens during frying. So during frying, your oil will be stable just by using all these systems and adding fry salt powder and filtration.
Okay. So what is the palm oil product versus sunflower oil lifetime? Please share.
See, if your namkeens or savories have 100 days life in palm oil, it will have 70 days in cottonseed oil, 55 days in sunflower oil, and 15 to 20 days in groundnut oil. I will reiterate again: 100 days in means 90 days in palm oil, 70 days in cottonseed oil, 50 days in sunflower oil.
We thank Mr. Mitesh Gandhi for the insightful session, and we are grateful to him for sharing his thoughts and the valuable inputs on reusing edible oil in line with the FSSAI compliance. Attendees, you have a wonderful opportunity to connect with Mr. Mitesh sir at upcoming of Food and Drink Processing Expo, which has been scheduled in Codicia Trade Fair Complex, Coimbatore from 1st to 3rd July. Plan your visit to Coimbatore. Register yourself for the free on www.fdpexpo.com to explore your latest technology and source alternative products at the Food and Drink Processing Expo 2022.
I hope that everyone will implement this, try to implement this standard operating procedures during frying, and this will help you to give a good product and an economical product to the end consumer.
Definitely, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.